What's going on, everybody? This is Blockchain Bullz, and today we're going to make a video about how I would spend $10,000 if I was to make an investment today. As you guys have been following this channel for over a year now, you know we made these kind of videos back then, and you can see right here how I would invest $10,000 in cryptocurrency in 2021. I did get a comment today from someone. This was posted on January 3rd, 2021, so about a year ago, 365 days ago, right? You can see the price of Bitcoin at the time was 32,000. I think we put in Ethereum. Ethereum at the time was 952. We did Cardano, which was 21 cents, obviously sitting at $1.30 now. We did Stellar, 14 cents. We also did some other picks, Polkadot, 10 bucks. So someone went in the comments and they said, hey, can you do another one of these? And we got a lot of comments here. As you can see, someone said, if you followed this advice, they would if someone followed this advice, they would have made $34,000 at today's price while the market is down. Good shot, buddy. Someone said, can you do this for 2022 as well? You know, obviously in a bull market, it's really easy to pick winners. We had a bull market. We're still up from 2021. I'm not saying that I'm a genius. One thing that I will say is that I have been doing this market, investing in this market for quite some time. Since obviously 2015, so I've got a lot of experience with all this. That's why people like to tune into this channel, just to hear what I have to say, and we all hope and fingers crossed that it remains bullish. If you're new to this channel, you can subscribe to Blockchain Bullz, but let's dial this in here and take a look at the market. So you can see right now we're actually on a dip. That's typically the time to buy. People, when the market goes down, they, you know, if they're new to the market, they should be buying the dip. They shouldn't be buying the pump. But you have to take a long-term perspective with these projects, at least over a year. That's a good thing from a capital gains perspective. That's also a good thing from the perspective of just not stressing yourself out. So at least a year, but if you take a year to a 3-year to a 5-year plan with some of these investments, they can pan out. Also, bear in mind the market does change quite frequently. So something may be hot, cool down, and really sell off and even go to zero. So do your own research as well. But some of these projects can go to zero. Many of them can go to zero, but short term, like 365-day perspective, in a bull market, a lot of these projects are going to be stable. So I didn't really put any lotto tickets in here. Most of these are really strong projects in a bull market. In a strong crypto market, you should have gains. So this is how I would do $10,000 today if I was to split it up. So first project, I'm still going with Polkadot. Reason I'm going with Polkadot, you could see it's just under a $30 billion market cap. If it achieves Ethereum market capitalization, let's say ETH goes to $1 trillion, but Polkadot gets to 446 billion. I'm liking my prospects with that. With Polkadot, I mean, we're looking at a almost 15 to 20x. I mean, thereabouts, depending on the price, right? So I think Polkadot being ETH2, I think this is still a good price to get into Polkadot. I mean, obviously you would have liked to get in when we made that video a year ago at $10, or when we first started talking about Polkadot at $5, but we've seen it even as high as you know, $53, $53. So it's on a dip. I mean, getting into Polkadot right now is not a bad time. It's down from 53 to 30. That's almost half off. So you're still getting a pretty decent price. Long term, Polkadot has a lot of potential. So really keep an eye on that. And because we're in the spirit of talking about decentralized applications with up and coming projects and technologies, this one's even 1/3 the price of Polkadot. 11 billion. Okay, so 180. I think we've seen this project get as high as 237. We've been into Algorand since for a long time, well below a dollar. I think when we first started getting into Algorand, it was around 30 some cents. So even still, you know, it's still up significantly, but it still has a lot of room to go. I mean, if I had a crystal ball and I knew these projects were going to do last year, I would have just totally sold my house and put all my money in there and done all this. And even then, I still put a lot of money in the market in 2021. And I'm up, thankfully. Obviously, when it sells off, I don't get too happy. I mean, we still could retest $30,000 or lower with Bitcoin, which would bring down the whole market cap, right, to around $1 trillion maybe, or maybe 1.5 trillion in market cap for the entire market. We'll see, but when that happens, it does stress me out. That's why, this isn't professional financial advice. You always have to do your own research and pay attention. But when it comes to someone's opinion, you want someone's opinion who's been doing this for a long time. I'm not the only one who's been doing this for a long time. There's a lot of people who've been doing this for a long time. We also have a lot of new YouTubers out there who just started investing in cryptocurrency in 2021. And, they're making videos. So, so all they know is just Boomtown. We'll see. Anyway, Cardano is another one that's got a lot of prospects to go up. It has a higher market cap than Polkadot, but it's also on a dip. I mean, you could see it was once trading around, let's see, we got a year to date. Why is it saying? So the year to date we had, that's year to date. So we had it at $2.85. It's been as high as $2.85, right? So I think it's even been higher than that. If we go last year, we just go on the 1 year, I think it went up to around $3. Yeah, $2.96. So right now sitting at $1.33, that's more than half off. If it achieves the same market capitalization as ETH, around 450 billion, you'd be looking at around about a $10 Cardano, okay? So these are things that are possible by forecasting based on opportunity. One thing I will say about Cardano is the institutions have not taken a liking to Cardano. I think it's because Hoskinson is such a rebel. Charles Hoskinson is the main project lead. But if they ever did get on board with Cardano, Hoskinson started to get along with those guys. I mean, there's going to be a lot of capital come in, and there's a lot of opportunity with Cardano. Okay. Then we're going to go into gaming coins and like a metaverse kind of arena. Really low market cap, 2.3 billion. I think this project Enjin has a lot of room to grow. When Shosh Watt from Altcoin Buzz first got me into Enjin, he had me buying it around like 11 cents. Okay, it was on sale at 11 cents. Obviously now it's at 280, but it's been as high as, let's see here, 460. So you're getting this one on sale too. But this is a metaverse kind of a gaming ecosystem. Collectibles and NFTs got a lot of opportunity with Enjin, and I don't think it's done growing at all, especially with a $2.3 billion market cap. There's a lot of room to go for this one here. So keep an eye. Now here's one that's kind of a wild card. This is probably more of the riskier investment that you'll make. I mean, I did this ICO back in 2017. I still have all my coins for this. So, I mean, I've been holding on to Wax for a long time, and it's kind of been a boring project to hold for that long. It did boom right here, went up to 256 back in 2018, but it's been just flat holding it. But I think because of the NFTs and everything coming up, Wax finally is going. It hasn't gone away. It's still got those what do they call that? It's the clothing that you wear in the skins. They call it skins, right? In NFT world or in gaming. Finally, the time is coming with the metaverse where Wax is really going to have its utility. So keep an eye on this one. It's still under $1 billion market cap. It's like I said, it's been as high as, let's see here. The year to date is kind of misleading because it's January 3rd. It's only 3 years into but it was 93 cents. You're getting this one again, half off the all-time high. Wax, I would say, this is another project. Now, when people are saying, well, how do you divide this up by the $10,000? I would say any way you see fit, but I would definitely focus most of the portfolio investment on these three right here: Polkadot, Algorand, and Cardano. I would say at least 75% in the top three. Okay, so you could probably do 2,500 into Polkadot, 2,500 into Algorand, 2,500 into Cardano, and then you just divide up the rest between Enjin. Maybe 10% of that 10,000 goes into Enjin, and then another 10% into Wax, and then we have my wild card decentralized application developer platform. If this one hits hard, if this one becomes something with a market cap of $149 million, this will by far be your best investment. This is just a wild card on the list because I always like to have a little bit of like a wild card. It's kind of like when you go to the horse tracks, you bet on the one with the craziest odds. You throw a little bit of money at it and see if you get lucky. This is your lucky strike opportunity, Proton. And we've talked about Proton a few times. I'm not really going into the fundamentals or anything else. I'm just really talking about the price action technicals. in this, but you guys got to do your own research. Get in there, dive in, and look at these projects one by one and see what you like about it. All I'm talking about right here is just the technicals of the price. But when you get into the fundamentals, I do have videos on this channel about all of these projects. You can go right through Blockchain Bullz and really just dive in. You can see Algorand. I said right here, price for Algorand, $15. Hasn't got there, but I said it's very possible. I mean, I used to make a video back in 2017 about Ethereum hitting $1,000. Back then, Ethereum hitting $1,000 was a big deal because it hovered around $300 to $400 for the longest time. Well, now, as you can see, ETH is $3,754, but that's the kind of movement you get if you just let it sit there and marinate and grow and develop. It's like growing a tree from seed to, oak tree, right? A lot of it is getting into strong projects with good fundamentals, researching the project, understanding who the developers are, understanding the community, and that's kind of the position that has allowed most people to make money in crypto. Now, when you start getting into the wild card stuff, that's when it gets a little bit crazier, but people have made a lot of money doing wild card investments. I mean, I remember when we talked about Sandbox a year ago. If I actually sold all my Sandbox at one point, in like maybe a few months later, but after I bought it. But Sandbox a year ago, or when I first bought it, I think it was below 10 cents. Like, I don't know, maybe it's 10 cents. Right now, Sandbox sitting at 571. I mean, this was a wild card investment. I mean, you used to only be able to buy it on Coinbase wallet using Uniswap. And now look at it now. It's a mainstream project. This is probably a good investment also. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of this list. I'm sorry I didn't go into more of the fundamentals of what the projects are. I can make specific videos about any one of these, again, talking about the fundamentals. I'm talking about the technicals in this because that's where the meat and potatoes are. If I drag it on too much, then you guys got to, this will be the longest video because then I got to do an analysis of each video independently. Let me know what you guys think. Happy New Year, 2022. Let's see if the market stays bullish. I think there's indicators that say more likely than not, we should stay bullish, especially if the metaverse and the NFT community continues to uplift us, because that's kind of what's going to carry the entire market in 2022, in my opinion. And that will carry Bitcoin because it'll keep Bitcoin strong. And then Bitcoin is the one that usually leads the market, right? So we're looking for a couple things to happen with Bitcoin. We're waiting for an ETF. We're waiting for some other developments to happen with confidence for institutions to keep putting money in there. But inflation is obviously making Bitcoin a safe haven asset. Now, one thing I will say overall, in the $10,000, the reason I did not mention Bitcoin is because most people, when they first get into cryptocurrency, they're Bitcoin at 46,410, buying 0.2 Bitcoin or 0.1 Bitcoin is not very interesting to them. They want to try and grow their portfolio with some up and comers, okay? But ultimately, the real asset that you store your money in is Bitcoin, just so you know. So everything goes into Bitcoin. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the video, and we'll see you on the next one.